Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill with Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering Paul George's interview with All the Smoke. Before I get right into that, I'm going to make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates each and every time we have Sports Choice Plus breakdowns here on the YouTube channel. And without further ado, we're going to get right into the action. Make sure you subscribe. Just watched a snippet of the part of the interview. The full interview, I believe, is coming out on December 10th. When I'm looking at All the Smoke, Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson, an amazing podcast where they have former players from different sports, NFL, NBA, hockey, soccer, whatever it is, and they bring them on, interview them, and break them down. They still have current players as well. Paul George goes, the man, the myth, the legend, Playoff P, makes a special appearance on there, and I'm looking just at the snippet. It was about 4 or 5 minutes, and it was damning and telling. Everything that was in that snippet, it pointed to no accountability. When I'm looking at everything that he basically, with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes are just throwing him questions, he's answering, we weren't accountable. We didn't have the answer. We didn't make the adjustments. We were not properly prepared. And I'm looking at the NBA. The NBA, out of all the sports, is where the playoff, where the stars in the playoffs can make the most happen. When you're looking at them touching the ball almost every single play, you have the ability to score every play. You have the ability to guard the best player, or for players going off as a defender, you can go to guard them and do whatever you want to. When I'm looking at Paul George, this is the self-proclaimed elite superstar, and all these accolades and things he's given himself, all these nicknames he's given himself, PG-13, Playoff P. I'm expecting a lot from Paul George when he's putting out all this. And last year, he came up short. When you're looking at the shooting percentages he has, which were all terrible, when you're looking at him going 6 for 13, him going 4 for 10, 9 for 21, 4 16, what did Doc Rivers have to do with that? Seriously, serious question. What did Doc Rivers have to do with you shooting the ball off the side of the backboard in playoff games? What did Doc Rivers have to do with that? When you're looking at the Denver Nuggets walked you down like a dog. They came back and they fought back. When you had leads of 14, 16, 18, up to 20-some points for some of these leads, and you let the game slip away. And he says, oh, here we go again. Yes, here we go, where you didn't go to Kawhi. You didn't step up and guard the best person that was going off on you guys, whether it be the big man Jokic, whether it be Murray, whether it be anybody that was going off, Michael Porter Jr. At any point in time, did any of y'all step up and say, let me slow down this Nugget player that is going off on us? The answer is no. Even though Doc Rivers deserves some of the blame for this, he does not deserve all the blame, because quite simply, a lot of your mistakes that were made, you didn't produce. The reason Montrez, Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams were disrespecting you, Paul George, you weren't producing. Just hearing you throw Doc Rivers under the bus at least 6 times in 4 minutes on a snippet. Imagine what the full interview is going to be of this. And I believe, that the full interview comes out on December 10th. But I can only imagine from 4 minutes, if I hear you throw Doc under the bus at least 4, 5, 6 times, imagine what you'll do when you have a full 30-minute interview. Again, I asked the question, did Doc Rivers make you shoot 4 for 16? Did Doc Rivers make you shoot 4 for 10, 6 for 13? Your playoff series average in points plummeted. When you was in Indiana, you had Lance Stevens, Roy Hibbert, David West, George Hill, Danny Granger for that 1 year. What was the excuse? Why couldn't you beat LeBron and company? When you was in Oklahoma City and Dame Lillard made it Dame time on you and ended the series with a 3-point shot from half court on you, what was the excuse then? Was that the coach's fault too? Paul George, you have to stop making excuses for yourself of why your teams don't get it done. There's a common denominator in all those things, and it happens to be Playoff P, PG-13, Paul George, all these nicknames you give yourself. Again, you gave yourself these nicknames. Do you realize that? And in the bubble, all those bricks you laid. It's silly. And people don't realize If they had not lost Porzingis, and what I mean by they, the Dallas Mavericks had not lost Porzingis, Dallas was up there serving them up. They didn't have a big to stop Porzingis. They couldn't stop Luka. Luka ran out of gas, but if they had a healthy Porzingis for those last couple of games, they would have not have won that series. Did Doc Rivers get you guys up 14, 16, or 18 points in any of those games? Did he blow those leads? No. Y'all was on the court. You, Kawhi Leonard, Lou Will, Patrick Beverley, Montrezl Harrell, y'all all was on the court. So look into the mirror and take accountability, Paul. That's what this boils down to. You haven't grown as an NBA player. You haven't grown as a man yet. Because men look into the mirror and say, okay, we messed up. I got to go fix this. At any point in time, you're one of the max players on this team. You're Kawhi. Neither one of you stepped up on defense and slowed down Jokic or Murray. I'm not looking for the 13th or 14th or 15th guy on the bench to slow these guys down. I'm not looking for Montrezl Harrell to slow them down. You guys are the $1 million guys, the big-time guys on the team. Steve Ballmer gave up heaven and earth to get you. I want to see some damn defense. At one time, did you ever stop Murray when he's going off? When Jokic starts doing the finger rolls and the hook shots, were you stopping him? Oh, no, playoff P wasn't doing all that. Pandemic P wasn't doing all that. Nah, man, quit making excuses. I want y'all to go watch the interview. I want you to go watch the snippet right now. It's online right now. The snippet's online. Again, the interview comes out on the 10th of December, I believe. It was tragic. Just throw Doc Rivers under the bus. Keep throwing him under the bus. But you have to understand, your playoff record follows you. Your record as a superstar follows you. Self-proclaimed superstar. I don't think you're a superstar. So all you fans of whether you're a fan of Paul George or not, leave your comments in the comment section. What do you think of the interview? Watch it on December 10th and tell me what you think of the full interview. Come back and see me. Let's debate about this. Do you think Paul George is an elite star? Is he superstar? Hell, he barely an all-star with the trash he was putting up. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Definitely check us out at Sports Choice Plus. Make sure you hit the YouTube channel up. Subscribe. Thank y'all so very much for your support, and we'll see you on the next video.